Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. Guys, I'm not feeling well. I had this climate change taking effect on my body, so I'm not feeling that well. So I'm gonna make a brief video, just brief, like an update as to what is happening to my life at this point in time. As you can see from the background where I'm coming from, it's the same way I made a video. I think, that was yesterday. I'm still where I was. Okay, so the thing here is, how do I like it here? It's too soon to say, but this is my home. Yeah, as it says, your shoe, whether it's good or not, you have to like your shoe. I'm not saying my home is not good, but my home is very good. Actually, I feel that freedom that I never used to feel in India. I feel at home, I feel comfortable, I feel looked after, I feel the love I'm given by my family, taking care of me. So I love home. Home is best. Sweet home is best. Okay? But this is not about my being here at home, Kenya, Nairobi, to be specific, the capital city. This is about what I like it here, or what do I miss about India. I think it's too soon to say whether I miss India or not, whether I like it here or not. In everything, there's some aspects of a situation that you might like or not like. It depends on your adaptability also, your ability, your capability, what you are able to do within what time. But in short, I'm new here now. Having stayed long time outside, I feel like it's new place. But I realize this is my home, so no need to feel anything. I'm at home. But do I miss India? Well, it's a mixed reaction. I can't really tell whether I miss India or I don't miss India. But it's too soon to tell whether I really miss India or not. But at this point in time, if somebody was telling me to take me to India just now, I'll say no. Why? It's anybody's guess. But the environment, the people, the activities, your daily routine, that's what you may miss. Like, for example, what I used to do in India when I wake up around 3 a.m. every day. The schedule's too tight because where I was staying, there are it's a big crowd of people, were there, and the tap is one. We have to share the water, population is a factor in India. And for you to be able to meet, I don't mean that's what India is, where I was staying specifically. There are parts of, I mean, like Delhi, high posh areas. It depends if you can afford to stay there. They're quite expensive. Like if you go to South Delhi, for example, it's quite expensive, high class, high, everything high. No problem with the water, nothing, everything's fine. But how much you have to pay rent there is a factor. You can't manage unless you have, middle class person or somebody or higher class. You can afford to pay maybe 1 lakh a month for rent. So where I was staying is not Delhi. And that's where you can find it's possible to manage. Like for me, I was staying in a village called Gopalpur. There people are shanty, and life was not that expensive because in my scale, still it could be expensive because depending on the means I was using, how I was living. So the morning routine, I'll wake up and take shower. Before people start to wake up, the toilet is one. We have two toilets, but very minuscule. I can't describe the size. Wow. But I adjusted. I'm not saying it's in a negative way. It's okay. I mean, it's life. So it was okay. But water was a really problem, especially the building where I was living. There was no water. Yeah, drips and drips of water. Drops. So I had to, in all the cases, you have to put on electricity motor to run to bring water. And sometimes water will come dirty whenever we are using a motor and it's not clean. So sometimes when I used to wake up early to get clean water, those drips will take around 20 minutes to fill a bucket to wash my hair. As you see, a long hair. Otherwise, your hair, you lose your hair also. You start to be colorless, in a different color. So from there, I'll wash. If there's any clothes, I would wash, I take shower and keep some water inside. I was living alone. By the way, I was not married in India, so I was alone. So I keep the water. From there, I do my studies, make my videos for you guys, technical video. Sorry for my audience. I'm soon going to resume. So I'm having another channel, Do It Now, where I'm going to post most of my technical videos. So you can go there, but I've not posted yet. I'll soon start because I'm still adjusting. So I'll do my videos. From there, I take a cup of lemon, ginger lemon, to freshen up myself. And if there's a snack like a biscuit, I'll take. That's my morning routine. And read a bit, and then sleep again for 1 or 2 hours. Then from there, I'll wake up and prepare myself to go out and sell my wares. I go to the market, Chani Chowk, take electronics from there, go to the market in Gandhinagar, or to Shadara Bazaar, to Azadpur, wherever, and try to sell and make some money for basically survival, because I wasn't having any job in India. In India, you can't work unless you have a work permit, and I'd gone there as a student long time ago. So that's how my morning routine was. So I'll go on the whole day, then I come back in the evening tired, take rest, eat food, make dinner, some helper, somebody is there to help me. Sometimes the family where I was staying, they were giving me food, but they were charging me money. And so at some point in time, I had to say, no, I can't afford. So is that really sounds like it's attractive? Far from being a routine way of life, is it attractive way to live? Well, it depends, on many factors. I was not a type who was like going out to enjoy and to have drinks and do this. Yeah, because I had to be wary of my surrounding and my life. I'm alone there. I have to take care of myself, These are things that you know that if you do these things are not good for you. For example, to engage in drinking, and you're alone, you get accidents. Many people I know died there. Sorry to say this, who were hit by vehicles, hit and run. I'm talking of Kenyans who died there. I know well over 30 people who died there. Scary. Some were very close to me. For one reason or other, one cause or another. Some got TB. They didn't have time to go to get treated. The TB took them off. Some got accidents and various causes, So this is a place you have to take care of yourself. When you are out there, you're alone in a different country. You have to know how to live, take care of yourself. There are certain things, there's too much freedom there. Because you don't have family there, nobody's there to watch you or what you are doing. So you tend to abuse that freedom and it becomes very bad for you because it can harm you. So those limits are to check. And that's why the people liked me in the landlord when I was staying. People liked me because of my behavior. They never see me drunk, never see me behaving. And the culture part of that area, that place, I'm talking of Wales, but India, especially if you're in the northern part of India, they are very sensitive to matters to do with relationship with their, what I mean, going to their, entering their social fabrics and trying to mingle up, especially with their, women. So there you have to watch all this and then stay steady. That doesn't mean you will not find somebody who like you. You will find them, but there's a way to communicate, Yeah, so at this point in time, it's difficult to say whether I miss, but of course I miss the environment, climate-wise. Like now, I'm really having this change of climate, and there we have the winters, the summers, the springs, the autumn. Here in my homeland, nothing like that exists. Actually, one thing I asked my brother, this place where I'm in, there's no fan. I don't see fan anywhere. Here in India, there's no building you'll enter. There's no house you enter without, you don't see a fan on the ceiling because it gets hot. So you can imagine. So here, one thing I have to correct this thing. If I was going to watch this video about from India, you people say, is your place so hot? Why are you black? Why are you so... Man, here you wear jackets. You wear jackets. And the temperature doesn't get that hot or that cold because there is a limit. We are the equatorial line. Not like in India, there's a time like now, winter is running up there. You have sometimes have to warm water as well, go to take shower, and it gets too cold, and summer gets too hot. It's not the same thing here. So our climate is well natured, nature favored our climate here, and it's quite uniform throughout. I think only January, when it gets to around 24, 20, maybe maximum 27 degrees centigrade. For those people asking me this question all the time, whether Africa is so hot. Now I'm talking about Kenya, specifically my country, which I know. Maybe if you go to the Sahara Desert, I don't know, I've never been to Sahara Desert, but the climate is quite conducive here, very good. It rains, of course, like here, one thing is that it rains a lot, and yeah, so it's not hot. For those people say that it's very hot, and that's why we people from Africa, we are dark skin tone. This is just genetics, nothing to do with how the environment is treating our skins. So, do I miss India? Of course, India is good in some aspects. There are things about India you definitely like. Yeah, for example, I'll give you an example. It's because maybe I don't have an occupation right now, but in India, I know that if I go out like this or like that, I'll have 200-300 rupees in my pocket. But in Kenya now, I'm new, I don't know anybody here, having been out for a long time. Only my brother I have to rely on, and it's trading him. I know he won't tell me this. And I will miss some part of it, some aspects, not entirely everything. What about the Indian people? Are they good? Well, in any society you find good and bad people, so it's not good to throw a blanket, holistically charged and say these people are either racist, they are bad, or this is a country who hosted me for a long time. Sometimes I find it shy, tell you that I've been in India for more than 30 years. I went there when I was very young. So they hosted me. They took, one way or the other, I survived with them and they kept me going for that long. So how do I turn around and say they are not good people? They are good people. Far from the these stereotypes, like somebody will call you Apsi, which by the way is not an insult. It has some historical connotations of people who came from Abyssinia during the Mughal Empire to build there, and that the name came up. But now, with time, it gained derogatory, dimension to it. So that when somebody, for instance, shouts at me, I'm there, I stand out, there Apsi. It affects me naturally, but as I understood it, it becomes a form of racial attack. But other than that, I didn't see anything, call you chimpanzee or call you black monkey. Those are just isolated cases of people who are backward. The Indians were very good, very literate. They are informed, they travel the world, very friendly, very good. They welcome you, the tea. They even can give you, let me give you one example. I was selling things in South Delhi, and I met a man with a wife and a kid. I wanted to sell, that time I was selling CD. They told me, what are you doing? What are you selling? You want to sell me this? Oh yeah, I will not buy it. Yeah, come with us. Let's have a lunch. I said, what is this? I want to have a lunch with somebody I don't know. I just met in the street. Anyway, I played along because I wanted to sell my thing. I went with this couple went to an average restaurant. They ordered food. We ate. And after that, this person gave me 500 rupees. On top of that, I never bought this thing. He told me, just keep it. Just have this 500. Okay. That's how we parted, me and them. You see, it was a long time, but I remember, these cases are there. When you walk to a place, you want to sell something, somebody say, no, I don't need this thing. Another person I remember in the office, sit down, you need tea, water. It's very common there. It's culture. Yeah, I'll give you water, bring water, I order water for you and say, talk a bit, how's your India experience? It's your country, why are you not going back? And stuff, normal. Then after all that is done, he gets to a briefcase and takes 500 and gives me, said, just have some tea out there. I don't need this thing. So you see, I'm trying to tell you that in any society you find good people. And there are those who can really hurt you. So to go and say, oh, Indian are racist, they're bad, no. Yeah, it depends on the backgrounds of the people you encounter in a society. You can encounter even murderers in a society, People are bad thieves, good people are there. So India is good, generally speaking. It's a country, it's a society like any other society. You find good people, but this thing I never liked about India, I have to be honest, is this thing of Apsi. Everywhere I'm going, if there's a way they could just cut that out as far as Africa is concerned, because it's not only Kenya, there are many countries from Africa, 55 countries who are there, who have my skin tone. If they could stop that, India would be the best place to go. That's the only thing that really keeps hurting you psychologically when somebody's calling you this name. You don't like it, but it's something that is there because even here there's a name for Indians and for Europeans. For example, when you say Musungu, Europeans don't like it. So it doesn't, that's the only thing that I personally don't like about India, especially North India. But if you go to the South India, there are really people who are quite different and advanced. I'm talking in terms of exposure, like people from Goa, from Kerala, and people are really. Do you never hear anything? I went to Tamil Nadu where people are dark skin toned, like they are like Africans, except the hair is long. And you hardly hear anything like that. You're highly welcome. You mingle up. It's quite normal, There's a Dravidians, the Aryans, which are the north, where you'll find these things. But still, on the whole, Indian people, I think in terms of human nature, they have good human nature. Human, that one you can give them 10 out of 10. They're very human. Like when I fell in the metro, it says during monsoon, I slipped 3 stairs down. 5 people from nowhere rushed and picked me up. I'm talking of Indians. Those were not Africans who picked me up. Indian people. They got me up, told me, are you okay? Are you hurt? Hmm? You know, they took me off the ground. So you can see what I'm talking about. They're good people. Yeah. So, yeah, of course, there are certain aspects of India that I'll miss. I'll miss, of course, some parts, some aspects of it, and some aspects of it, like, for example, waking up all the time, going to sell things to survive. I can't miss that. Yeah. Since I came here to my home, I've not gone anywhere. I'm just sleeping. My body's resting. I'm fine, fine. I mean, I don't have the stress that, okay, I know I passed the stress to my brother because now he's the one who's bearing the weight. But it's a family thing, you know. They're happy to see me, my sister-in-law, nephew, niece, meeting me after a long time, trying to bond. And there's no that thing when you're alone in a country where you know you have to pay rent, have to eat. So every time you're working, even here you do the same. But yeah, there's something, you know, different feeling comes also. Like attention wise, when you walk outside, you don't attract any attention. Nobody's gonna say who's that, where does he come from, what is he doing, blah blah blah, you know, which is very common there. Like if you go anywhere, they find it, you know. Like I used to go to a group of Indian people, like where they're chai walas, we call them, people who are making tea, and they talk, who is this person, why is he here, why is he, because I knew Hindi, I'll talk in Hindi to them, and they get surprised that this guy knows Hindi. He knows how long has he been here, you know. They like the idea, of course, that you're speaking in their language. Like one man told me, he who speaks our language is a wise man. One guy told me like this. And they say, what is he doing? Actually, you know, maybe he's selling this and that. Let's see, they buy. Some buy because they want to help you, or some buy because they need it. So they will not find it very strange that you are mingling with them. How about the Indian police? They have no problem with you as long as you are not causing any problems. Even some policemen will just buy a watch from you. They are also human. They know you are surviving. They won't bother with you unless you are doing something bad. So the society it's a society. So do I miss India? That's a question that I'll keep raising here in this video. It's a mixed reaction. There are certain aspects of India, like I'm missing, of course, like friends that I'll connect with. And I didn't have many friends, to be honest. Yeah, but you know, there are certain aspects that I find that I can miss these. But now, you see, it's too early for me to comment because I've not gone out since I came to this house where my brother brought me. I've not gone out to the city, Nairobi City, City Square, walk around. Beautiful city in Africa, the most advanced one in Africa, beautiful. Rated #1 and #12 in the whole world. This is my country. That's my city, Nairobi. I've not gone there to see what are the changes since I left because I've been in the room. But once I'll be okay, and if I can afford here, means life is a bit costly here, I'll go and see how Nairobi city. This is Nairobi where I am, but like out of the city, like it's slightly out. The city, in a residential place. I'll go and see how the changes are there. Then that's when the point where I start to know whether do I really like being here. And then I'll travel to my village, Kisii, where I come from, and see how people are there. My brother, one of my brothers, already very upset with me that I've not gone with him. He doesn't understand that my body needs rest. Maybe he'll understand. You'll understand. So as I keep on telling you about my life here in Kenya right now, I bring these things out, these aspects of me. But don't forget that this is a tech channel, right? I'll soon resume the tau particles where I left it in India, and yeah, and other things as we are progressing that journey to finding what the fields are. Okay, let me not bring that into this video. I'm just talking about this short time I've been here. Actually, I arrived here on Monday, and today is Thursday. I've been here for 2 days. So it's not enough time for me to give enough recap. Yeah, we'll see as time goes on whether I'll miss India, whether I like it in my home. I'll tell you all this. I'll bring it out here. And you'll ask so many things. How did you manage to survive? I've told you what I used to do. I knew Hindi. I'll communicate. Challenges I faced. I'm going to bring all that out to you, one by one, two by two, and you'll understand. Even for you, when you go to visit another country, not necessarily India, these things which you are likely to run into, as a foreigner in that country, and how best to go about yourself in a foreign land, how best to behave, and interact with the locals in that area or in that country, in that place where you are in. So please stay tuned to my channel, subscribe, like and share, and comment. So do I like India? Of course, I'll say I like a country that kept me for 32 years going. I like India, I know, but the aspects of India that I may not like. So if you're Indian watching this channel, or my Indian audience, I like you. I love you. You are my brothers and you took good care of me. Yeah. Except for the immigration in Bombay, we had a lot of trouble. I told you in the other videos, that guy was not a human being. But anyhow, there were others who were human there and they helped me too. Told me you are going home, you fly home. I forever remain grateful to one specific old guy, slightly elder, who took charge and control of the whole situation and made sure that I leave India, I fly from India to my home, who said, for heaven's sake, this person has been here for more than 25 years. For heaven's sake, let him go home. You see? And then the others who rallied. So that's a different story. I've already told you that. So bye for now. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel. I'm still wearing the same shirt I was wearing yesterday. It's slightly cold here, slightly, not so much. Okay, bye. See you in another one. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.